Hello and welcome to Wild Heart Yoga Holistic Healing. My name is Hannah Ray. I'm the content creator and instructor of this channel. Today I have for you a 20-minute yin yoga class that's going to be helping to reset and restore our nervous system to help bring us down out of that fight or flight state more into a state of calm and grounding. So this class can be great for anyone who's experiencing burnout, for feeling anxious or overwhelmed. For this class, you will not need any props, but I encourage you to maybe have some available in case you want them, maybe a pillow or a rolled blanket or bolster, anything of the sort should do, although again, they are not required. So go ahead, take a moment, grab anything you think you might want, and let's go ahead and get started with today's practice. All right, before we get into our first pose, let's take just a moment to take a few mindful breaths here. Resting the hands on the knees, maybe inviting those eyes to close. Take our first mindful inhale as you lengthen through the spine. And let out a deep sigh, allowing all the air to empty from the lungs. An inhale, lengthening. And let it go. One more time like that. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Filling that low belly space. And exhale completely. Releasing the breath at the bottom of your exhale. So allowing it to return to its natural rhythm. Taking a moment to notice whatever condition you're in today. Both physically as well as mentally, emotionally. When you're ready, invite the eyes to open. All right, we're going to begin today in our butterfly pose. So bringing the soles of the feet together. Here you can move the feet further away from the body or closer to go a little deeper into the groin. So feel free to play around with the pose a bit. So inhale, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, begin to fold from the hips with the flat back first as much as you can. Then inhale as we lengthen once more. Exhale, beginning to fold. Just resting the arms, palms facing up here. Or maybe you're going to rest onto a cushion or a pillow today. Just deciding whatever is best for you. And then finding stillness, bringing focus back to the breath. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully and slowly. Connecting with the breath is going to serve for a few purposes today. One is that deep breathing helps to regulate our nervous system, to help slow the heart rate and the blood pressure, bring it down. So we'll slow our breathing when we can breathe mindfully. To bring a little control back over to what's happening in the body. Our breath is also going to help us to release tension in the body, especially as you notice yourself holding tension in a particular area, inviting the breath there. And with your exhale, imagine that tension melting away. And then our breath is also going to be our point of focus. So anytime you notice the mind has wandered, if you're getting into those made-up stories or those hypothetical conversations, or find yourself dwelling on the past or to-dos in the future. Just observing each time that happens. Then inviting attention back to the breath. Choosing to be present, to be mindful through this short practice today. We are over halfway in this pose, so I'm just going to leave you some silence here for a last little bit of time. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, gently lift that chest up, coming out of the pose now. We're just going to turn sideways here, bringing the right leg shin parallel toward the front of the mat. Now make sure both sits bones are on the ground. You're gonna have about a 90-degree angle on both the legs here, and then begin just walking, moving this back leg further back as much as you can. So you may want a cushion or a pillow for this. At the front of that right hip, we're gonna inhale to lengthen. Exhale, begin to twist over that front leg, and then finding your way down to the elbows. So again, maybe you're going to rest onto a pillow today or a cushion. Maybe you're going to bring those elbows all the way down to the ground. And here we're just going to begin to prepare the hips to go a little deeper in our next pose. So again, observe wherever that tension is that you're holding in the body. Through next exhale, see if you can soften there a bit deeper. Inhale mindfully. Exhale completely, letting go of anything you don't need in this moment. Giving yourself permission to be fully present here. Fully in this moment, in this experience. We are halfway here. So again, I'm going to leave you a little extra time of silence to get inward. Focus on getting out of the mind and into the body. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, gently bring yourself up. We're just going to come up to the knee now on that back leg. Again, think about placing that front leg shin parallel to the front of the mat, and then you can allow that heel to come back if you need to. Begin walking that back leg back a little bit further, so extended through the hip here. Now, the only thing is to make sure that you're not leaning over onto the side, that we want to keep those hips squared to the mat. So maybe you want to place a pillow or a folded blanket or something under that right hip. And then if you can, come down to those elbows or maybe down to the chest, perhaps coming down onto a cushion or a pillow. And again, finding your breath. Each exhale beginning to soften through the hip, through the glute. Again, using that breath as a tool through this practice today. It is something that's so simple, yet can often be difficult to do, to keep our awareness anchored on one thing. To remember to come back to our breath when the mind is running fast or when emotions are high. But right now, right here, this is the only place you need to be in this moment. So allow yourself to be fully here, fully present with each inhale, with each exhale. Take one more inhale. With your exhale, go ahead and bring that chest up. Taking your time here, we're going to make our way to the other side. I'm just going to come to the other side of the mat, but you can stay on the same side if that works for you. Okay, again, we're going to start by finding that left shin parallel to the front of the mat now. Beginning to work that back leg back a little bit further if you can. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, begin to twist over that front leg and folding from the hips here. So again, maybe you're going to rest onto a prop, maybe coming down to the mat. This is our resting deer pose. So we're going to be here for 2 minutes on this side again before we go into our full pigeon pose, our sleeping swan pose. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Again, just noticing any difference of sensation on this side compared to the first side. Noticing wherever that tension is being held. Staying with your breath. Staying present with yourself. As we move through any discomfort. And in case you needed a reminder today, this time of rest, taking time for yourself to restore, to be still, is not selfish, but it's also actually a necessary part of keeping balance, of helping to become our best selves so we can better serve others as well. So allow yourself to be here fully today. Give yourself permission to be present, to be still. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, go ahead and find your way into that full sleeping swan pose now. So beginning with that left shin parallel to the front of the mat. Allow that heel to come back closer to the hip if you need to. Extending through the back leg. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, finding your way down to the elbows. And again, feel free to wedge that left hip if you feel like you're rolling to the side. Breathing in deeply. Exhaling completely. Maybe inviting in a mantra or an intention into our practice here. It could be something such as, where I am is exactly where I need to be. Or I can breathe through discomfort. I allow myself to be present with each experience I encounter. Inhale and exhale. One more deep breath in. Exhale, go ahead and gently return. to the hands. And then let's just go ahead and find our way onto our back. Hugging those knees into the chest for a moment. We're taking a little rock side to side, massaging that lumbar spine. And we're going to reach for either the big toes with peace fingers, maybe the outsides of the feet, or the calves or the ankles. Just being sure that the low back is not lifting up. We want to keep it flat down to the mat. Take an inhale. As you exhale, begin to draw those feet down, bringing the knees closer toward the armpits. Maybe inviting the eyes to close here. Bringing that awareness inward. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Present with each breath, each moment. Inhale and exhale. Setting aside anything that tries to come up. When you're human, you can only do one thing at a time. And while mentally planning may give an illusion of control, of preparing, it's often more of a disservice. So allow those thoughts, those to-dos, to continue to fade away. Each inhale creating space to be present. Each exhale letting go of anything that's not serving you in that moment. Take one more inhale. Exhale completely. Begin to let go of those feet. Just extending the legs now. Finding your way into our final Savasana. Gently tucking the shoulder blades down and back. Palms facing up toward the sky. Again, taking a final scan through the body. Releasing any residual tension you find yourself holding. Inhale deeply. Exhale, feeling yourself sink another centimeter into the mat beneath you. Just observing any changes of sensation through the hips, through the back, anywhere else in the body. Any shifts that have occurred through this practice. Just noticing if the mind feels calmer than it did at the beginning of this practice. Noticing the pace of your breath and heartbeat. When you're ready, go ahead and turn onto your right side. And meet me seated at the center of the mat for our final closing breath together. Take one final inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. Just taking a final moment to acknowledge yourself and thank yourself for taking this time to reset and restore your nervous system in this way today. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for today's short practice. If you enjoyed this class, I'd encourage you to check out the Yin Yoga Therapy playlist under the playlist section on my channel, where you can find many more classes that are this style or similar. If you did like today's class, please consider helping me out by giving this video a thumbs up, as well as subscribing to my channel to stay up to date with more classes as they're released. Liking and subscribing are also two free and easy ways that you can help support my channel, help me continue to get more reach and be able to continue providing this free content for you all. So thank you so much again for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.